The House Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, on Saturday, was hosted to a heroic reception by hundreds of his supporters. Speaking at the welcome event held in his honor in Ikeja GRA, Obasa refuted allegations of financial mismanagement, insisting that the allegations were attempts to discredit his leadership and integrity, emphasizing his long-standing commitment to legislative duties and service to Lagos State. Reacting to his reported removal, Obasa clarified that there was no impeachment process in the Assembly, but a removal attempt that did not follow due legislative processes. Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly have cautioned the Speaker, the impeached Speaker, against eating up the polity which is claimed to his seat from which he was removed by majority of the lawmakers. Joining us on this show this morning to discuss the legality of Obasa's impeachment is Liborous Oshoma, a lawyer. Liborous, good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, or welcome, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor. And
good morning.
Welcome back, Rufai. Ayo, good morning. Mami, pass.
Thank you.
Okay, we received the news that the Speaker of the House of Assembly had been impeached, removed from office, which is the language under Section 92, sub 2C of the 1999 Constitution, dealing with when a speaker or the deputy speaker may be removed from office. Three conditions. C part says, look, 2/3 majority of the House of Assembly can remove the speaker. Now, Section 1, 92.1, says that it is the members of the House of Assembly who will appoint from among themselves. That's the language of the Constitution, the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. In other words, nobody goes to the House of Assembly to be a speaker. You are just, one of the members, and then you become first among the members. So, but now, Speaker Obasa, as he then was, has returned. He says processes were not followed, that he was removed in absentia, that before him, when Honorable Pelumi was removed, he was present. When Honorable Teju was removed, she was present. And that removing him or impeaching him in his absence was a violation of the Constitution. True or false?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Abati. Like you have rightly highlighted, Section 92 is clear. I had said it copiously at various fora. When he said a violation of the Constitution, I expected him to cite the section that he's referring to, just the same way everybody is citing Section 92 that created the office of the Speaker, that also spells out how the Speaker can be removed from office. In the absence of that, it's when people bandy Constitution, violation of the Constitution, without actually citing any case law. The only case law we know is when the Supreme Court held, in the case of Peter Obi's impeachment, that the business of the Assembly must be conducted in the placement for Assembly sitting. That's why any attempt to impeach governors, you hear that either they remove the roof or that the Assembly has been bombed. The impeachment procedure spells out in Section 188 of the Constitution for the governor is different from the removal of office for the Speaker. And like you rightly had noted, Section 92, subsection 2, paragraph C says, if he is removed from office by a resolution of the House of Assembly by the vote of not less than 2/3 majority of the members. There is nowhere, either in their rules or in the Constitution, that says the Speaker must be present in the House before he can be removed. The fact that there were precedents that others were removed while they were around. I also want to assume, as an astute politician, he probably got the wind of all of this, because some of us also as observers, with what happened during the budget presentation, some of us had to, sit back and ask ourselves, with what is happening, we think that this man's tenure is coming to an end. And so with what had happened, I think that I might be wrong, this might be my personal opinion. He knew, he got the wind and decided, just like Chuba Okadibo took the mace to Oyi, his village then and decided to live or travel abroad, because he also made reference to a fake mace.
Yes.
So he decided to go on holiday and then maybe locked up one of the mace in his office and thought that, okay, no, if I'm not around, no business will take place.
So let me come in here. What's the implication? Because I was going to talk about the fact that there's an allegation of a fake mace being used, and there must be something that he knows that, as you've just said, that makes him certain that the mace that was used when the new speaker was voted in, that it was not fake, that it was fake, it wasn't the original thing. So that's one. And what is the implication of that? Does it make it null and void the activities that took place?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Let me answer that question directly. The first question is, where was the business conducted? If it was conducted in the hallowed chambers, the next thing is that we're all that were supposed to be present. The sergeant at arm is the person that brings the mace to the house. If the sergeant at arm, no, people don't go about checking whether there's an inscription on this mace or there is an inscription.
What if you can prove that the mace was fake?
Look, there is nowhere that it must be one mace. Remember, during Chuba Okadibo's time, I've forgotten the name of this senator from the north. He said something very humorous. He said, is it not a mass? It's an iron. Come on Monday, we'll make another mass and bring it there and remove the bloody man. You know? So a mace is a symbol. Yeah. So there is no law that says it must be one particular mace. So we've seen situations in State House of Assembly when you had this, kangaroo impeachment of governors. We've seen situations where they will go carve a mace somewhere.
But that statue is a mace.
That statue is a mace.
So each member can just create their own mace. So when one mace disappears, they bring another one.
I don't even expect the house to have one mace.
Okay.
So they have when I listened to the speaker, he said he wasn't around. Others that were impeached were around, and that the mace used was fake mace. Is there genuine mace? The most important thing is that who brings the mace? The sergeant at arm. And then the members, out of 40 members, two-thirds majority is 26. And so, but you have 35 or 37 members present, and you have a deputy speaker. So in the absence of a speaker, the deputy speaker presides. The deputy speaker presided, and a letter was read on the floor. And that letter states the request to remove the speaker. And a motion was moved and seconded by the same members that had once passed a vote of confidence on you. Yeah. Now the tables have turned. And the same member said, we don't want you again. You said impeachment and removal. It is.
It says they use the word impeachment.
Whether they use the word impeachment or not is immaterial. The most important thing is that, in fact, it was even the press that used the word impeachment.
Yes, the video was actually
all the members used was the word remover. Even the Constitution says remover. And you know the definition of impeachment. Because for impeachment processes, you will have to hear the other side. There will be allegations, and then you set up a committee. That's for the governor. That's Section 188. But for the speakership, he's like a class rep.
Okay.
He's like a class rep, and the class elected him by virtue of a two-thirds majority. Okay. And by virtue of two-thirds majority says, we don't want you again. So it ends there.
Mr. Liborous, this man is supposed to be a lawyer. He's a lawyer, right? I just wanted to clarify that.
You find trouble.
No. I'm just doing analysis. He's a lawyer, right?
Yes, he is a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
Yes.
You can substantiate he's a lawyer.
I saw a picture of him with wig and gown, and they said it's a picture of him during court to bar.
Wait, if you see pictures of wig and gown, the person might be a content creator. So you know because it's a picture
I don't know.
Wig and gown. Does that mean is he a lawyer?
I saw a picture where they said this is.
So does it mean he's a lawyer?
I can't say.
Because content creator wearing gangan.
I agree with you.
That Yoruba actor that used to do court in most Yoruba movies.
But from what I know, I learned the man is a lawyer.
Okay. Secondly, I would like to also say nobody is talking about the case of corruption, which is the accountability thrust of all of this. In all of this, where's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission? Or was it just, announcement in the air that there was allegation. Because when you say corruption, by now, EFCC doesn't give some other people this much latitude.
Exactly.
By now, they should have called people in.
I completely agree with you that maybe because it was, like PDP used to say those days, family affair. So this is APC family affair, and so they are treating only the remover and not treating the allegations levied. I would have expected that those people that levied the allegation will do a detailed petition to the EFCC. And just like the case of Belumi's case, by now, he would be visiting the EFCC to state his own side of the allegations, because he said all of those allegations were trumped up allegations just to give him a bad name.
Okay, to play the levels advocate, the Honorable Obasa has made it clear that he's ready to attend any interrogation. And he has all the receipts, he has all the records of expenditure during his tenure as Speaker, and that he will be ready to provide whatever explanation. The Governor's Advisory Council is also divided right now, with Obanikoro fighting Senator Adefuye. They are disagreeing among themselves, and one of them saying, well, this will be a family affair. You mentioned the word family affair. But with Honorable Mudashiru Obasa saying he still remains the Speaker. Now, what is his actual true status? Because some reports say he's occupying the residence of the Speaker, but now that he has returned from his vacation, is he going to go to the House? When he goes there, what will he do? Will he go and occupy the Speaker's seat?
When David Mark, after his tenure as Senate President, I think for 8 years or so, he won a re-election and came back to the House as a floor member, an honorary member. In fact, some people tagged him Chairman Senate Committee on Observation, because some people, do not know when to quit the stage. So he's still a member of the House. He can decide to resign. He can decide to remain as a member of the House. But I think if you advise me,
Nigerians don't resign.
Nigerians don't resign. Nigerians don't resign. So that's where you see somebody who became a senator, who want to become commissioner, and then later become special advisor to the governor, or a governorship candidate becoming a returning officer on the day of election for another political party. So, but here, in as far as the constitution, this document is concerned, Obasa's tenure as a speaker has ended. He's been removed as a speaker. All of this, we've seen cases where even a court will deliver a judgment, and you hear some parties will say, we are studying the judgment, we will not do anything yet, or that, we maintain our stand. So these are typical of politicians. They will tell you, I remain the speaker, procedures were not followed, and all of that. So
he says the members of the House are his brothers and sisters. Is it possible for these brothers and sisters to change their mind?
The brothers and sisters also had, issued a statement to say he's overheating the politics. So these same brothers and sisters. So for me, really, if he comes back down, maybe like what happened in, was it Cross River or so, where the speaker was impeached, but he was saved by the governor. Because here in Nigeria, you don't even become speaker without impute from political party. Even at the national level, you can't become Senate president without impute from who becomes the president or who is the president. We saw what happened between Saraki and Buhari. How the battle that eventually cost Saraki his seat. Yeah. So in this case, except the members decide again in their wisdom, the way he was removed, to bring him back by 2/3 majority. But until that is done, legally speaking, by virtue of section 92, subsection 2, paragraph C, he's just an honorary member of the House. His tenure has come to, an abrupt end, by virtue of the politics of Lagos and APC.
Let's talk about that, because you said something about a family affair. Where does the line, where's the line blurred between family affair and the rule of law, or what should be? Because The GAC, Governor Advisory Council have come out to say that, they are talking about it, it's a family matter. But this is beyond a family matter. And I go back to Rufai's question around this allegation of corruption. You say that they haven't filed a petition with EFCC. Does EFCC need a petition to be filed?
EFCC
when the allegations are in public domain, everybody, so at least an investigation.
EFCC had consistently said that to initiate a matter with them, you need a petition to be filed.
Can constituents... Must it be the House member? Because we've heard.
No, anybody, there are people that raise this allegation. I expect them that by now there should be a petition with the EFCC. Imagine, had it been this was a member of opposition party, by now I tell you, EFCC would have been answering questions. The opposition also, the opposition in Lagos, that's if they see exist anyway, can file a petition, can bring a petition against the former speaker to say, look, these are allegations. It shouldn't end at the realm of a family affair. Because we are talking about alleging, misappropriation of public funds. It shouldn't be a family affair thing. It shouldn't be resolved at the family affair. It should be properly investigated. If the man says, look, I have receipts, I can account for every kobo that let him have his day. But to just leave the realm, the allegations in the realm of speculation. Also, I think Obasa should also, if he believes that, look, his hands are clean, they say he who asserts must prove. If they refuse to file a petition against him, he can sue for defamation because there were allegations, and at the end of the day, you refuse to take out the petition against me. You didn't, but yet you went to town to say, I am.
Obasa should sue EFCC for defamation as we speak.
No, yeah, sue the House.
Sue the House for defamation.
You can sue the House. You can sue the members, but there are privileged communications in the House, on the floor of the House too. So if this information were information uttered on the floor of the House, these are privileged communications. But if there are communications outside the realm of the chambers, then he can go to court to say, look, my reputation has been damaged outside, and these are statements that were uttered outside the chambers. But the statements that were uttered on the floor of the chambers, they are privileged communications.
Okay. Liborous, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
The all-knowing, all-powerful Babasokwe group in Lagos State, the Governor's Advisory Council, has already said this will be settled as a family affair. For persons thinking that the opposition will come up, I guess some members of the opposition in that Lagos State House of Assembly, they've joined the APC family.
Because it's unfortunate when you see leaders or perceived leaders talk like this. Obasa, I want to go into the politics of it now. Some persons' ambitions were sacrificed for him to become speaker.
Don't worry.
Certainly.
The Babasokwe group,
they will settle
it will be settled.
But in settling it, but they shouldn't sweep the corruption allegation under the carpet. It shouldn't be settled as a family affair.
Okay. Somebody said once you join the party, your sins are forgiven.
Okay, we keep a watching brief
on
the developments. But the post speaker insists that he's innocent until those allegations are proved. They remain merely allegations.